So when he was like,
oh yeah, now what I need is my missus,
I said, yeah. That's all you need, and Kaz is it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone's doing well. Oh, there's a lot to unpick and unpack today because yesterday's episode most certainly gave what it needed to give. But as I usually and I always say, if you haven't yet subscribed, of course be sure to. But please do get cozy and comfortable with your hot Rabina and your snacks, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of this review. So let's start off with the dumping. As you guys already know, I already predicted from my last video that Aunty AJ and Danny were going to be sent home, so that wasn't really a shocker. Personally, I think Love Island should have let the public vote for who was leaving. Like every single day is, oh, your fate is in the hand of the Islanders, but they should of course know that the Islanders are of course going to be loyal to the ones that they have a close bond with. I mean, it's not rocket science. I feel like Aunty AJ is low-key unserious because in their exit interview she was just like, oh yeah, I guess we're just gonna see where it goes. It's not going anywhere. It's not. Before we get into the first impressions of these new Islanders, can we quickly speak about Liberty and Jake? Liberty basically dropped their L-bomb on Jake, and I don't actually understand why she did that. It just reminds me of that episode when she was like,
oh yeah, I feel like I'm falling.
Falling where? And the thing is, right, it's not a sin to be in love. You know, love is a beautiful thing. I mean, God loves us, you know. Love is a very beautiful thing. When money enters, love is even sweeter. So love is a beautiful thing, right? All for it. But the problem is that Liberty keeps giving all this emotion, all this energy, all this attention to Jake. And Jake never, ever, ever says it back. Like, I don't actually understand. And of course, we only see a glimpse of what happens in the villa anyway. But Jake is always putting her on the spot like, oh, you love me. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. Okay, but Jake is like, those words are also not leaving your lips. So I need Liberty to honestly just tone it down, because you can't be given too much to someone who isn't given too much to you in return. So let's get into these new Islanders, because Love Island UK has officially started. So Georgia, Abigail and Tyler are the new Islanders. Starting off with Georgia, I think Georgia looks like an absolute sweetheart. That swimsuit was very questionable, but we're gonna leave you, babe, okay? We're gonna allow it. She says she worked in food retail marketing. I don't know why the Islanders found that so hard of a job to fathom. It's a job. But her and Hugo most certainly look like, you know, those two teachers that were going out in school but no one was allowed to know, or the students weren't allowed to know. Yeah, she's definitely given English lit, he's definitely given history. It is a match made in heaven. Although she does seem like a sweetheart, knowing Hugo, he's probably gonna come and say,
oh yeah, I just don't think it's working. I don't know, there's something missing.
And if those words leave Hugo's lips, he has to pack his bags and leave the villa, because this is not Friendship Island and you, my friend, are taking up space. So Abigail is a tattoo artist and she is there to cause drama, and we're here for it. Abigail made it very clear that she has her eyes on Toby, Aaron and Teddy. Now, I'm not saying much, okay? You can put two and two together. All I'm gonna say is she certainly swings that way. That's all I'm gonna say. And Hugo's saying that Toby looks like Chris Brown. Definitely did not give. Toby does not look like Chris Brown. Why? What is it? This is just a little rant, but what is it with Oyinbo people comparing black people to other black people that don't actually look like them? What is that? Because they certainly don't look alike. They're both light skinned, that's it. So let's move on to Tyler. And all I'm going to say is Tyler makes a lot of sense in that villa. Too much sense. Finally, someone complimented Kaz for what they see with their eyes. Because like I said, the other guys in that villa, they don't know good thing. They don't see good thing, because Kaz is a good thing that you guys have been avoiding. But Tyler came and he set the record straight. So Tyler is 26 and he's also 6'6", and I believe he said he studied law, but he currently works as an estate agent, but he's hoping to have his own law firm. I said law. His own law firm in the future. And we stand a guy with goals, okay? We stand a guy with goals. So when he was like,
oh yeah, now what I need is my missus,
I said, yeah. That's all you need, and Kaz is it. There is very good chemistry between Kaz and Tyler, and I need that to honestly become a thing, because Kaz deserves. She really does. So lastly, let's get into Chlorine and Tobias. And as Murad would say, inject it, because that is music to my ears. So Abigail and Toby are having a little bit of a chin wag, and Toby definitely lied, because Abigail of course wanted to find out about his situation with Chloe and like what exactly is going on in Villa, and he was just like, oh yeah, like I've made it very clear that, you know, if an Abigail comes in then I'm open to get. When have you ever said that, Toby? When? So of course, Chloe sees Toby and Abigail having a bit of a chat, and that is rubbing her off the wrong way. So her and Toby end up having a convo, and she's just like,
do you think that was acceptable? Do you think that was right? We haven't even spoken all morning. Like, maybe it doesn't really come natural to you because you've never been with a girl, and maybe your age, and da-da-da-da,
and am I the only one that noticed that whenever people speak to Toby, or like they're correcting him, or they're trying to tell him what he done wrong, it's like he literally switches off. Like, you can see in his head where he's just zoned out completely. So he ended up responding, and he was just like,
oh yeah, I'm not really happy with that comment, to be honest.
So they end up having a very awkward hug, and then Chloe now goes back to the girls and she starts crying. Cry some more. Toby didn't even have enough respect for Kaz to speak to her before lip-syncing you. So why are you shocked that he's getting to know other girls in the villa? Tobias and Chlorine are crumbling whilst Kaz is cracking on with the upgrades. God, bless you. You stole someone's man, and now someone is making a move towards yours. It's giving what it's supposed to give. Chloe, as you're crying, be crying and packing your bag, be crying and going to the airport, and be crying and coming back to the UK, because we're getting you out of that villa very soon. Overall, I feel like it was a good episode and many people were tuned in, but Chloe is also not slick. We need to remember that Chloe as well is a bit somehow, so I won't be surprised if she's trying to create an issue with Tobias so that she can try and crack on with Tyler. But what I would love to see is Tyler reject her for Kaz. Now that I would like to see. So of course, we already got a glimpse of tonight's episode in which Chloe and Tobias end up having an argument, and Kaz is also on the terrace with And all I'm gonna say is Love Island producers really need to get it together, because you're hiding her face, but she's definitely the only black girl in the villa. It's given sloppy. We need to work on this editing. So yeah guys, those are my thoughts on that episode, and I don't know about you, but I feel like Tyler was a beautiful addition to the villa, because Kaz very much deserves. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, please be sure to, because you keep coming back. You actually keep coming back, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care, and I shall see you in our next one. Bye.